In our different lives, we have different paths. I commit to teaching profession.
Hi, my name is Cecile and I am a second year student of education course.
My life depends on the decisions that I made. I have come to that point where I was in the middle of a dilemma, whether I should follow what my heart says or what others think about what's best for me. Long ago, I was dreaming about becoming a doctor or a nurse. I want to heal the people. I want to cure illness and disease. I want to save lives. Long ago, I also wanted to become a lawyer. I want to promote justice in this society. I want to help the people in their problems. On the other hand, my mother wants me to become a teacher. At first, I did not expect that teaching has a lot of demands. There are a lot to consider. It was not easy though. If you choose teaching as a profession, you have to consider its elements.
By completing university programs, then you can have an initial professional education. You should have accreditation and then licensing, professional development, become a member of a professional society, and as a professional teacher, they follow the code of ethics.
As a teacher, you should possess effective characteristics. You are prepared. Every day you are ready to teach the students. You are positive. You have optimistic attitudes. You hold high expectations. You believe everyone can be successful. You are creative on how you teach. You are fair in handling the students. You display a personal touch. You cultivate a sense of belonging. You are compassionate, have a sense of humor, respect the students, forgiving, and thus admit. One day, I asked my mother, "Am I worthy to teach?" Then she replied, "No, you are worthy to have your students." It is not about you. It is about your future students. I admit I am still not proficient, but it's not the reason why I pursue education. I am not the best, but I can touch their hearts and make differences. When I look back when I still dreamed to become a lawyer, a doctor or a nurse, but I realize I am actually becoming. I may not be a lawyer of the society, but as a teacher, I could become a guidance counselor, assisting my students' problems. I may not become a doctor or nurse, but also a teacher. I will take care of my students, provides them secure environment. As the saying goes, there's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in something, you do it only when it's convenient. When you are committed to something, you accept with no excuses, but only the results. At the end of the day, the success of your students is the best achievement of every teacher.
done yet, you're going to have this 5 realizations when it comes to the teaching profession. So number 1, so teaching is not just a job, but it is a noble service. So when you teach, you must exert time, you must exert effort, you must commit your lives into your students, and that teaching is becoming meaningful. Why is it becoming meaningful? It becomes meaningful if you do it with love and affection. So there are two things when it comes to the teaching profession. So teaching as a mission and teaching as a job. If you are doing it only because you are paid for it, then it is a job. So if you are doing it not just for the pay but also for the service, then that is a mission. So if you quit because your boss or your colleague criticize you, then it is a job. If you keep teaching out of love, then that is a mission. If you teach because it does not interfere with your other activities in life, then that is a job. If you are committed to teaching, even if it means letting go of your other activities, then that is a mission. If you quit because no one praises you or no one thanks you for what you have done for the students, then it is a job. If you remain teaching even if others do not recognize you, then it is a mission. If your concern is success, then it's a job. But if your concern in teaching is success plus faithfulness in your job, then teaching is a mission. So with that, what do you think so? Are you teaching because it is a job? Or are you serving because it is your mission? So it depends on every teacher. Number 2. So teaching gives you a sense of fulfillment. So teaching profession, it gives a sense of fulfillment in life. It gives inner satisfaction and healing. It makes you feel proud about your contribution to the society. It gives you respect and reverence for the service that you do. Number 3. So teaching, when it comes to teaching, you're going to discover your life. Or you're going to discover yourself. So when it comes to that, a teacher must be ready to discover newness when it comes to teaching. You're going to accept learnings, you're going to accept mistakes in order for you to improve your teaching strategies, teaching way. So in addition to that, as a teacher, you have the responsibility to make your class interesting and creative, and that you must increase your knowledge about your teaching, about your subject matter. You will learn a lot of methodologies when it comes to your subject matter, and that you are allowed to be educated, because as a teacher we are lifelong learners. We learn endlessly. Number 4. So dedication is the hallmark. So when it comes to that, your love in teaching, the main concern, your main priority is your students. Your teaching will become effective if you do it with dedication. Of course, you should have love and affection to your students, and then you do all the works with interest. You treat every student, every learner, every child equal. And also, be a teacher that has a concern, that has a care for their students. Because as a teacher, you also have a responsibility to act that way. You should become a family to your students. You should become a mother, a brother, a sister to your students. 5th, and lastly is, as a teaching profession, you have to become a role model. So as a teacher, whatever behavior or actions that you demonstrate to your students, they're going to imitate that, because as a teacher, it reflects the kind of students that you will have. That is why as a teacher, you should establish proper behavior, proper actions, because you have a huge impact to the lives of your students. And that As a teacher, you should inspire the students to become a good citizen of the society, and your students will expect a lot from you. That is why you should act accordingly, because you are a teacher, you are considered to be a role model of the society.
I have been through a lot, but I know I will survive.
I am a teacher.
And I commit to teaching profession.
Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next vlog. Bye!